Good evening. This is the market update for buy sell short for Thursday, February 27th. Nice little update today. A lot of speculation, a lot of movement in small cap stocks, and we actually saw the large cap stocks participate as well. Thanks in part, we had Yellen talking today to Congress and pretty much stated her opinion that the slowdown we've seen on the last few economics reports, in the Fed's opinion, is weather-related. So that story, if we continue to get some more poor economic reports over the next month, they'll continue to use that as the excuse. But if it continues beyond that period, then, we might start to hear the chatter about the economy hitting a slow patch and the Fed needing to slow down their easing. But as I said, very nice day again today. One thing to note, here on the Dow daily chart, we had this very tight bearish rising wedge in place, and I actually adjusted the chart a little. If you go back and look at the last video, it's starting to widen here at the top. And when you see this kind of widening action, what you really need to see very, very quickly within the next day or two is a really big up move. Otherwise, this kind of widening we see at the top of this bearish rising wedge could imply a possible downside move. Now, over the last couple of days, we've been seeing a lot of chatter out there. The bears, of course, going out there. The top callers busy calling tops just like they have been on, let's just check out Tesla. Doug Cass, I think this guy is short from like $50 a share. Doubled his short up here last week. They did a convertible financing and the stock continued to romp higher. I mean, recall, this is where we bought for the long-term account exactly a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, almost 100% gain over the last month. And, the shorts are just grasping at straws right now. Now, if we do not see a large upward move in the next day or two, we could possibly see a retrace back to the 20-day exponential, and then it might get a little bit interesting. 15-minute chart, you can see we've got this very, very tight triangle in place. 16,300 is the break, and you'll see that right here. If we get this 16,300 break, we could see a move back to the all-time highs. Dow Transports. Now this, of course, is the indice to pay attention to the most. If we see the Dow Transports try and test that spike high that we saw a couple of days ago, I would say 7,400 would be the confirmation that we are going to see all-time highs in the Dow. We saw all-time highs in the S&P 500 today, so we need confirmation from the Dow Transports over the next couple of days. Russell, remember how choppy looking this chart looked over the last couple of videos, and just like that, boom, all-time highs, off we go. We saw that spike high yesterday, retrace back, and then a test and break of that level today. Very, very bullish. And of course, we are seeing that speculation in the small and mid-cap stocks that we've been playing very, very active right now. A lot of momentum out there. A lot of sector moves, a lot of peer moves. And one such sector that we jumped in today, of course, was the biofuel cell sector, PEIX. Huge move on its earnings report yesterday. Gevo is one we jumped into at $1.35. We were looking for 146 plus. Ended up trading as high as 154. We jumped into KIOR at $1.20. It hit 164, 33% move intraday. We jumped into some Centrolium, another alternative biofuel play. This one was trading at 380s. And after hours, the stock's trading at 315. It has already hit our first target zone of 410 to 416. This is actually one that is worth watching very, very closely tomorrow. A 420 break could give a move up to that 200-day moving average up there in the 480s. So very, very strong sector momentum that we're seeing right now. And I love when we see peer plays moving, because when you see peer plays moving, it means the speculative money is very, very active. You recall, it was rather dead towards the end of last week and Monday and Tuesday with regards to speculative money. That's played catch-up big time over the last day or two, and looks like it's going to continue into tomorrow. Couple of plays we jumped into. Day or so ago, ASTI, the electric car stocks have just been on fire. And as you recall, we had sent out the email in January and again a couple of days ago regarding ASTI and their electric car solar charger. Stock got picked up by TheStreet.com today, and off we went. Breakout 73.74, closed right at another resistance level. 200-day moving average at 82 cents is what we are targeting, and big volume spike you can see on this one. And every time the stock's gotten multi-million-dollar volume days, we've seen higher prices in the next trading session. CBLI is another one. Biotech stocks, you know, when there's speculative money flowing around in the market, it always works its way into the biotech sector. There are very few biotechs left under $2. I believe there is 20 stocks, if you can believe that, still left under $2. Very, rather remarkable. CBLI is one that we jumped into yesterday at 69.70 cents, and this stock also got profiled by TheStreet.com. Closed right under the 20-day exponential breakout. Upside is very, very nice on this one. 50-day is at 92 cents. And stocks that see this kind of drop, consolidation, and then volume pop tend to be very, very nice movers. So tomorrow could be a very nice day for this stock. Another one of the alternative energy plays that we jumped into today. Of course, wind energy plays are strong. ZBB is also a electric car play. Jumped into this one, 84 to 86 cents. You know, we've been playing it over the last couple of days. We jumped into it, added to our positions today, 84 to 86. Boom, closed at $1.03. Broke through that 200-day moving average, which is a significant breakout on this chart. Positive MACD cross, stochastics up through the 50 level, and if we take a peek at a 2-year chart, next resistance is 117, and then after 117, we are looking at pretty much no resistance, so the 140 plus area. And if you look back at this chart, this move that we are seeing on ZBB is something that has happened before. This is a stock that likes to run from December to April, almost tripled this time last year, and looks like it could do the same thing again this year. Quick update on INVE. Just like Mad Catz, no press release. Rather remarkable, but it's continuing to tread water. If you're placing stops, your tight stops would be 85 cents. If you've got a little bit of rope and a little bit of risk tolerance right now, you could give it down to the 50-day moving average at 80 cents. This stock just saw a golden cross, which is typically very bullish, and it's threatening to give us a positive MACD cross. And stochastics is also, this is a chart looking for a reason to run, and probably the reason is going to be a press release. So if you're concerned with it, 85 cent stops. If you've got some risk tolerance, 80 cent stops is how I would approach this stock. Last but not least, wanted to make a quick mention on AEZS. We have been massively patient on this stock. They issued, I kind of crimped it a couple of days ago. It was news that they did a 250K shelf filing. Not uncommon for a lot of these stocks. I would be concerned if AEZS had not just done a financing. You know, when you see those shells comes, companies that haven't done recent financings do financings. But AEZS already did their financing in January. That's the reason the damn stock sold off, as you can see right here. Sideways pattern. I readjusted the chart here, ignoring these little spike high wicks that we're seeing on the chart. So 135, that's the level they're going to chase. That's the level you want to look for. That's the level you want to add to your positions. Stochastics tell us that it might be another day or so unless there's a possible press release. But, you know, we're seeing biotech stocks blow up left and right. There's very few of them left. So, you know, if traders get in their mind that it's time to run the stock will run. It's plain and simple. So that's it for the video. If you can, come into the chat room. I am going on vacation next week. Next Tuesday through Friday, I'll be on vacation, which is why I'm not pumping out a lot of trading alerts right now. It's a lot of intraday focused stuff because If I'm not around to hold your hand on some of these swing plays, I don't want to be sending them out. So if you can, come into the chat room, focus over the next day or two. Friday and Monday is going to be on intraday, 1-2 day plays. So if you can, come into the chat room. Come into the chat room. Any questions on plays, shoot me an email, feedback, buysellshort.com. Have an awesome evening, and see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.